I'm Lowell Thomas. And for a moment, I want to do something that perhaps is a little different. And I hope you'll take that literally.
When you think about the biggest extended universe, what do you think of? Air Buddies, correct. Air Buddies, or Airbud, is an obscure Disney movie franchise that rivals the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the only difference being that barely anyone's heard of it. Yes, I said Disney. All these movies possess the same simple and down-to-earth premise of animals being able to play sports. In total, there are 14 main canonical movies and 5 spin-offs, each better than the last, except for one. This franchise is important to me as back in the day I'd watched a lot of them, but I am no longer 7 and I can't remember them that well, even though they are all masterpieces. So I made a sacrifice of reading all 19 Wikipedia pages for all of the movies, in which I discovered that most of them were straight to DVD. I wonder why. Some had very nice Disney fandom pages, some had normal wikis, some only had a sad IMDb description not even a paragraph long. Now, when die-hard Disney fans and harsh movie critics won't even give a movie a proper description, you know something's up. Now, it's not that it's so bad that no one was able to even finish it, they were intimidated. Anyway, this did not halt my research, and in the end, I was able to do it. I did this for myself, but I also did it for one other person out there. He was brave enough to ask when no one was. The Godfather, Airbud, is up first. So there's this dog named Buddy who's owned by an abusive alcoholic clown. He wants to take Buddy to the kennel, but he escapes and finds his way to Josh, who they become instant friends with. Josh gets comforted by Buddy after his dad died in a motherfucking plane crash due to a fuel shortage, which was his fault in the first place since he was the pilot of that plane. I concur. The two join the school basketball team together after they find Buddy's hidden talent for the sport. And since there's no rule saying a dog can't play, they allow Buddy in. Eventually, with a hard carry, they win the game thanks to the pro athlete Buddy. Then everyone clapped. Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
They love me. Go Madden.
Josh is now a teen and his mother has now moved on from his irresponsible pilot of a dad, as she now wants to start a relationship with a veteran. However, Josh does not like this. Eventually though, he understands how stupid his dad was for letting something so obvious as low fuel lead to his death, while he could have just gotten more fuel before the takeoff. Anyway, Buddy can play American football as well it seems, so him and Josh join the school team and win the game. Josh was useless as always, Buddy was MVP as always. During this, the Russian circus catches wind of Buddy's existence and wants to dognap him for views. However, they get arrested by the Russian embassy before they could have succeeded. Buddy also plays football now. Josh meets a girl he likes who invites him to a party of hers. There it is discovered that they both own golden retrievers and have best friends named similarly. Her best friend is named Tammy, while his best friend is named Tommy. Thought I'd bring that up. Anyways, Buddy has kids with the girl's dog. This will lead into the Buddy series later on. Upon learning that the super sports dog had kids, a guy tries to sell them for whippets, but fails.
Oh, that's a baseball!
Here, a raccoon dog naps Buddy's puppies, but while playing baseball, he also is able to save them while winning the game.
You alright, bro?
Josh is in uni and doesn't play a major role in this movie, but it's not like he was missed.
His teammates help him to his feet. No! They race him heavenward.
Here, a parrot helps Buddy stop a Californian diamond heist while he wins a kids' beach volleyball game.
Wow, man, that's wild.
Come. I mean, I knew you would come, but you've come.
I have come.
Here, we begin to follow the tale of Buddy's kids. Now, this is probably the most packed and convoluted movie out of all of them. In some way, the kids of Buddy are all named after him, without any consideration for their mother. The names are as follows: Buddha, B-Dog, Butterball, Rosebud, and Mudbud. All of the puppies seem to have gotten the genetical ability to play any sport from their dad, Buddy. Learning this, the local mafia puts out a $500,000 bounty on them, in hopes of capturing them. But with the help of another dog, a wolf, a pig, and a goat, the puppies are able to beat the mafia. After all is said and done, Josh's family decides there are too many dogs, so they give away all of the puppies to respectable households, except one who goes back to the failed mafia. But don't worry, the buddies meet up a lot and hang out. Of course, the owners don't notice their disappearance every other month. Another interesting thing I like to mention, that this was the first one that started a trend in these movies of the dogs being able to communicate verbally with low barks and growls.
What the dog doing?
However, this is dog language that they speak to each other, and other animals don't know dog, as they know their own animal's language. However, some are able to learn the language of dog, for example, goat. Another thing I like to mention is that the buddies, while they were staying at Josh's family's residence, they had a babysitter called Miss. I'm not saying that.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
Baby, it's cold outside.
On their usual meetup, the buddies accidentally get locked in an ice cream truck due to their natural love for it. Because when you think of dogs, you think of their natural love for ice cream. Trapped inside, they are transported from America to Alaska, now stranded there. Stuck, they are taken in by a husky puppy and its owner, who is still a child. Their dream is to win the dog sledging race together, but they don't have a team, which is resolved by the buddies agreeing to join them in the upcoming race. While practicing, they are made fun of by the older huskies, using the puppy husky's dead parents to further make fun of him for being an orphan.
Alright, shut up.
You shut up.
That's why your shoes raggedy.
That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell. What shoes she got on? What shoes she had on her casket?
After this, they realize that 90% of their team is not even a good breed for racing, nor are they old enough to pull off such a feat of strength. Haha, just kidding. They go on a training montage with an older dog, where they learn it's not the size of the dog that matters, it's the heart of the team. Then, next day, the race begins. During it, they have to fight a sledging villain who uses slide tricks to get ahead. But with the help of an Eskimo taking them in during a snowstorm, they are able to win despite the tricks of the villain. Because we all know, say it with me, it's not the size of the dog that matters, it's the heart of the team. After winning, their family finds them due to a TV show that recorded this race, and they all make it home safely. This time, the buddies have broken into a NASA-type facility and have accidentally gotten stuck inside of a spaceship this time that gets fired into space right after they entered. However, it turns out that the bodies were the only ones inside, as the space engineers forgot to actually put real humans inside before launch. Not only that, they also forgot half of the fuel for the ship. Josh's dad? Eat your heart out, you fucker. Stuck in space, the buddies come to the only possible solution to this: docking at an SSR space station for a refuel. There, they meet a psycho-Russian astronaut who tries to imprison them there. But with the help of a Russian dog astronaut who was also there, they are able to escape the man and blow up the space station.
Specialist Mosley. Kira. We have LOS with the crew of Odin Control.
But not before they refuel first. Making their way back to Earth, they are assisted by a ferret who tells them how to pilot the spaceship over a radio. During this, a meteor hits an antenna on the ship, which prohibits their communication, making it almost impossible for them to land. Due to this, they have to do a spacewalk and fix the antenna themselves. Lucky for them, the spaceship had suits specifically made for golden retriever puppies on board, which they used previously in this movie to walk on the moon. After landing, they go home safely and Sputnik finally meets his owner after several years of being far apart, as the call of duty comes first. The last thing that this movie leaves us with is that apparently Butterball is somehow related to skunks.
I have just one query.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
In this part we are introduced to Santa Claus's dogs, because in this universe, he is canon. His first dog's name is Santa Paws, and his second dog is also Santa Paws' child, who's named Puppy Paws. Both possess magical capabilities as well as many responsibilities, but Puppy Paws doesn't like this, he just wants to be a regular dog. Due to this, he says some mean stuff that cracks the magic icicle that gives Christmas magic to the North Pole. It had already been melting beforehand from people around the world not believing in the Christmas holiday. You heard me, Christmas holiday. No, not Santa or Christmas spirit, no, just the holiday itself they didn't believe in. This was due to the icicle, of course, being fueled by faith. After this, Puppy Paws runs away to find Butterball in order to learn how to be a normal dog. Puppy Paws knows about Butterball due to seeing him on the naughty list for eating a whole Christmas turkey. Meeting up with each other, Butterball introduces him to the buddies who try and help him see what a normal dog is like. Because the buddies are also such normal dogs? Yes? Anyway, they get into a lot of shenanigans and a lot of problems arise due to the difference in cultures. One of these problems is that Puppy Paws replaces the Buddha statue that Buddha owns. He replaces it with a snowman, which of course Buddha isn't happy about. Then Puppy Paws explains to Buddha that in the North Pole, people meditate in front of snowmen. Because we all know Buddha and snowmen have a very long interconnected history with each other. After some more shenanigans, they eventually get over their differences and become friends, and further try to help each other out. They eventually get captured but then freed with the help of an elf dog. Yes, an elf dog, a mixture between a dog and an elf, which leads them to finally all return home safe and sound, with all of them learning something about other cultures. Look, before I get into this one, I need to explain that from here on out, it starts to get a little bit unrealistic, these movies. I know. We all like the gritty realism of the other movies, but it kind of goes downhill from here if you ask me. I hate Spooky Buddies. Out of all of the movies in this universe, in this franchise, I hate this one the most with a burning passion.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Even as a dumb kid, I could tell this was a horrible movie, which says a lot. It's Halloween and the buddies are out trick-or-treating, as dogs do, when a warlock gets accidentally freed from a 75-year slumber. A ghost dog warns the buddies that the warlock wants to summon the Halloween Hound, which has the capabilities of ending the entire world. So, with the help of Jojo, they try and stop this menace. But what they don't know is that they are playing right into his hands, as one of the ingredients for the summon is 5 puppies with the same blood. Don't worry though, they were helped by a dog shaman who could tell the future, giving them an advantage against the warlock and his owl assistant. After a fight, the warlock gets arrested.
restaurant named after the dog?
Got a lot of fond memories of that dog.
The buddies are at it again. They stow away in a TNT case on a truck to Egypt. There they go on an Indiana Jones style adventure with a monkey named Babby. Trying to stop a grave robber inside a pyramid, they face mummies and an ancient cursed necklace that turns a sphinx cat into stone and for a while possesses others, like for example some of the buddies. Several ordeals later, they duel the grave robber with some nomads. Before things could go awry, the English embassy steps in and arrests the robber, resulting in the buddies being declared national heroes. Yes, they are national heroes now. They've got the medal and everything. A meteor crashes into Earth, which gives all the buddies unique superpowers to fight the invading alien forces with.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Okay, so now we're getting into the movies which the buddies and Airbud have nothing to do with. I'm quite sad, everyone else is quite sad, but they couldn't keep milking these dogs forever. It's not the same, but they're buddies movies.
Pretty skilled.
Dang.
Got a hell of a right hand. Who knew?
Got some moxie. Duck and move.
Here we learn about the Santa Claus, which sounds suspicious to me. Also, Santa Claus was originally a stuffed animal, or a plush if you will, and came to life via Christmas magic.
Where is the Shrek 5 trailer? Put it in my mouth.
Santa Claus gets some new children from Mrs. Claus. You heard me right, Mrs. Claus, not another dog. These kids, like their father, are rip-offs. They all have their own unique quirk, which can be easily compromisable to the original buddies. In short, they ruin, then fix Christmas for some magical collars. Also, Pineville, USA has the most devout Christmas spirit, apparently. I wouldn't have guessed it was in America, but according to Buddy's law, it is.
Oh, ooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you.
MVP, which is a shortening for Most Valuable Primate. I mean, what else would it stand for?
You saved me. Why?
Monkey.
A monkey. Does hockey since the humans weren't capable enough of playing on their own. And yes, they did bench a human in favor of a literal monkey.
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream.
MVP2, also known as Most Vertical Primate. Because what else would it stand for? Same monkey, new idea. This time, he shreds some gnarly radical skateboard stunts. Sick one, Kyle!
Not much of a house. Just right for not much of a donkey.
This one isn't even in the same canon, but it's made by Disney, and this is an animal playing a sport, and I'm counting it as one of the Buddies movies. In the movie, a donkey plays American football and wins. Some people don't like it, but they get arrested.
A lot of people work really, really hard for their dreams, but it's not meant for everybody.
That's why you use auto-tune and I don't.
It's a Got Talent type show, but with dogs that can do any talent a human could, mixed in with some drama here and there. Talking Monkey helps small dog wrestle massive men because it's not the size of the dog that counts, but the heart of the team.
Meme school.
All dogs now go to a magical Harry Potter-esque school where they learn to become dogs. This is an ongoing show as we speak. We're at the end of the video, and I spent literal months on this just for my own amusement. I might have made it seem a bit more niche than it actually is. I didn't notice how many people actually did know about it. But if some people who don't know about it get to know about it because of me, I'd be overjoyed. But either way, I had a blast making this video, and I hope you can all enjoy it. Maybe like and subscribe if you want more stuff like this. The last thing I wanted to show off after hundreds of these movies and spin-offs is that they actually have a YouTube channel. I think the YouTube channel deserves its own entry.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
We have cute little videos here, like Airbud goes on vacation. This is the video. I might as well leave you off with my favorite video on the Airbud channel.
Gentlemen, that is our show for the night. We're sailing to Portugal. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.